Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Explain Maths. Now in this video I am back again with another MCQ questions, and these questions will be from environment literacy. Now environment literacy is included in general aptitude test in the year 2025. Till last year this topic was not there. So you will not able to find any PYQ related to this topic. So I have prepared with lot of effort 40 MCQs questions which will cover all the areas of environment literacy, and I have written the subtopics which I am going to cover, and I will give a small theory also of these subtopics including all the MCQs questions. So please watch the complete video because I am sure this video is going to help you a lot for answering all the environment literacy questions which will come in your exam. So let's start the session. First of all, what is environment? So the word environment derived from the French word environ or environner, meaning neighborhood. Environment is our basic life support system. It provides the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the land where we live. The place, people, things, and nature that surround any living organism is called environment, and it is a combination of natural and human-made phenomena. Okay, so some of the things you will find it naturally, and some of them is human-made, like road, bridge. These all are human-made, but natural will get air, water. Those are all are natural things. Now, biotic condition. This environment is divided in biotic condition and abiotic condition. Biotic condition will include the world of living organisms like plant, animals, bacteria, and all. And abiotic conditions will be the world of non-living elements like land, sunlight, water, air. Now these are the components of environment. Now it has natural component, human-made component, and human communities. So under natural you can see we have air, water, land, living things, and under human-made we have parks, buildings, bridges, roads, industries, and so on. And under human communities we have family, individual, religion, education. They all are the components of environment. Now, first we will see in natural environment. So land, water, plants, and animals comprise the natural environment. Now there are domains of environment. So here is the picture. In the domain we have lithosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere. So we will see the domain one by one. See, I am giving everything in detail with a small notes such that you can make some important points also from this. You may get some of the questions within that. So what is lithosphere? Lithosphere is the solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth. It is made up of rocks and minerals and covered by a thin layer of soil. So you can get an MCQ question like which is the top layer of the earth, or in which layer you can find rocks and minerals. So you should know what is the meaning of lithosphere. That's why I have given some small uh, definitions also. Landforms are found over the continents and also on ocean floors. It is a domain that provides a forest, grassland, or for grazing land for agriculture, and it is a sources of mineral wealth. So this all comes under lithosphere. Now next is hydrosphere, the domain of water. It comprises various sources of water and different types of water bodies like rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, etc. It is essential for all living organisms. Next, atmosphere. It is a thin layer of air that surrounds the earth. The gravitational force of earth holds the atmosphere around it. It protects us from harmful rays and scorching heat of the sun. It consists of number of gases, dust, and water vapor. The changes in the atmosphere produce changes in the weather and climate. So you can see that in certain time we can see there is a change in weather and climate also, isn't it? So they all due to atmosphere. They all fall under atmosphere. Next is biosphere. Plant and animal kingdom together make biosphere or the living world. It is a narrow zone of the earth where land, water, and air interact with each other to support life. So here all the three, land, water, air, interact. Then only we all will get life, isn't it? Because for all the living things, land is needed, water is needed, air is needed. So all the three things we need it. Now here is the first MCQ question. This is a very important question. When is World Environment Day celebrated? So the World Environment Day celebrated on June 5, isn't it? Now question 2. Which organization established World Environment Day? So you can see here wherever required I have given the full form, isn't it? So you should know that also. So for question number 2, which organization established World Environment Day? So it is United Nations Environment Program, UNEP. Third one, in which year was the first World Environment Day celebrated? So the first it was celebrated in the year 1974. Next, what was the theme of the World Environment Day 2024 and name the host country for 2024? See, every year when we celebrate World Environment Day on June 5th, before that only, uh, they plan for a theme, and one particular country is allocated to host it, isn't it? So for the year 2024, the theme was land restoration, desertification and drought resilience with the slogan Our Land, Our Future, and the host country was Saudi Arabia. Okay, so please remember this. They may ask like what was the theme of 2024 and which was the host country. So question number 5, what is the theme of the World Environment Day 2025? And the name the host country which is going to host in the year 2025. So for this year, what is the theme of it? So the theme is ending plastic pollution and the host country is the Republic of Korea. So this is the theme and this is the host country is Republic of Korea. Now question 6, in which year India hosted World Environment Day and what was the theme? So India hosted it twice in the year 2011 and 2018. Okay, till now India hosted it twice, and in 2011 the theme was forest, nature at your service, and 2018 theme was beat plastic pollution. So this time theme is ending plastic pollution, and in 2018 it was beat plastic pollution. Next, the lithosphere refers to what? So lithosphere, it refers to the solid outer layer of the earth. This only we have studied just now, isn't it? Next, which domain of the environment includes oceans, rivers, lakes and groundwater? So answer is C, hydrosphere. Now question 9, which domain is responsible for supporting life including humans, animals and plants? So the correct option is option B. Next question number 10, the atmosphere is mainly composed of which two gases? So it is nitrogen and oxygen, and nitrogen is 78%, oxygen is 21%, and remaining 1% is a small amount of other gases like argon, carbon dioxide and some traces of water vapors. Soils and rocks are part of which domain? So it is a domain of lithosphere. Forests are primarily considered as a part of biosphere. Okay, so you can see that I am covering varieties of questions. So please do watch the video till end. Okay, and please, if you like my video, please share with your friends, subscribe to my channel. Now moving to next part. Now these are the different layers of atmosphere. So starts from troposphere, then stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. So there are 5 layers of atmosphere. Now we will see each layer in detail. Now the first layer of the atmosphere is troposphere. It is the most important layer. The air we breathe exists here, and almost all the weather phenomena like rainfall, fog and hailstorm occur in this layer. Next is stratosphere. It lies above troposphere. This layer is free from clouds and associated weather phenomena, making conditions ideal for flying aeroplanes. It contains a layer of ozone gas, and ozone protects us from the harmful effect of UV rays. Mesosphere, this is a third layer and extends up to 85 km. Meteorites burn up in this layer on entering from the space due to friction, and it is the coldest layer of the atmosphere. Next is thermosphere. Here temperature rises very rapidly with increasing height. Ionosphere is a part of it, and this layer helps in radio transmission. Radio waves transmitted from the earth are reflected back to the earth by this layer. Exosphere is the uppermost layer. This layer has a very thin air. Light gases like helium and hydrogen float into the space from here, and many satellites orbit the earth within exosphere. Now let's see some MCQ questions again. So which layer of the atmosphere is closest to the earth's surface? So it is troposphere. The ozone layer is found in which layer of the atmosphere? So it is stratosphere. Which layer of the atmosphere protects us from harmful ultraviolet rays? So it is again stratosphere. Commercial jet plane usually fly in which layer? So it is stratosphere. Which atmospheric layer has the lowest temperature? It is mesosphere. And the ionosphere, important for radio communication, is part of which layer? So it is thermosphere. Next is ecosystem. Ecosystem is a system formed by the interaction of all living organisms with each other and with the physical and chemical factors of the environment in which they live, all linked by transfer of energy and material. All plants, animals and human beings are dependent on their intermediate surroundings. Now there are certain components of ecosystem. Biotic component, all living organism will come under this. And under biotic component we have producer, which is known as autotroph, which prepare their food by themselves. Next is consumer, which is heterotroph, organism that consume food made by producer. They can be herbivorous, carnivorous or omnivorous. Next is decomposer, which is known as saprotrophs, bacteria and fungi that feed on decomposed organic matter and help in recycle the nutrients. Next is abiotic components. So non-living things comes under this, like sunlight, temperature, water, humidity, pressure, etc. comes under abiotic components. Now this is the food chain in nature. So you can see first one is food chain in forest, second one is food chain in grassland, and third one is food chain in the pond. And these are the tropical levels. First is producer, then primary consumer, the secondary consumer, and then tertiary consumer. Now let's do again some MCQ. What is an ecosystem? So it is an ecosystem where living and non-living components interact. So option C. Which of the following is a biotic component of an ecosystem? So it's plant, because under biotic all living things comes. Which one is an abiotic factor? So under abiotic factor non-living things, it means light. Question 22. In a food chain, herbivores are known as primary consumers. Which of the following is a decomposer? So it is a fungi. Which of the following represent a correct order of a food chain? So if you see, first is producer, then primary consumer, then secondary consumer. First one is only correct. Next topic is pollution. Pollution refers to the introduction of harmful substances into the environment impacting human health and ecosystems. Now there are different types of pollution. First is air pollution. It is caused by the release of harmful gases and particulate matter into the atmosphere. And air pollutants include carbon dioxide, sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, chlorofluorocarbon, ammonia, etc. These all are air pollutant. It results in health problems such as respiratory diseases, asthma, lung cancer, and it causes global warming, ozone layer depletion, and acid rain. So air pollution means, you can see there are so many information given here. You should remember all those things. Next is water pollution. It results from the contamination of water resources by various pollutants, and pollutants include industrial waste, sewage, and plastic debris. Next is soil pollution. It occurs when harmful substances accumulates in the soil, reducing its fertility and potentially impacting human health. Example, improper disposal of industrial waste or use of pesticides in farming, deforestation. They all result in soil pollution. Next is noise pollution. It is the disturbance of natural soundscape by excessive noise level like construction work, traffic sound, industrial machinery. And according to WHO, sound level below 70 decibel are not damaging for living organism. But if it is increases above 70, then it is damaging, and it is comes under noise pollution. Next is light pollution. It is the excessive or inappropriate use of artificial light disrupting natural ecosystem. So these are important 5 types of pollution. Next is thermal pollution, the release of heated water in water bodies which can harm aquatic life by reducing oxygen levels in water. So it is damaging for like fish and aquatic animals which lives in water. Next is radioactive pollution, the release of radioactive materials into the environment posing health risk. For example, residues from nuclear power plant, mining, nuclear accident. These all are the cause of radioactive pollution. Now next we will see global warming, but before that we will see what is greenhouse effect. So carbon dioxide released in the atmosphere creates a greenhouse effect by trapping the heat radiated from the earth. It is therefore called greenhouse gas, and without it earth would have been too cold to live in. Greenhouse gases are water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon. So these are the important greenhouse gases. You should remember it. It may ask in MCQ type of question. Next, global warming. What is the reason of global warming? So when the level of greenhouse gases increases due to factory smoke or car fumes or vehicles, the heat retained increases the temperature of the earth. This is called global warming. Now, rise in temperature causes the snow in the coldest part of the world to melt. As a result, sea level rises, causing floods in the coastal areas. There may be drastic change in the climate of a place, leading to extinction of some plants and animals in the long run. Let's see some of the question. What is the main cause of global warming? So answer is increase in greenhouse gases. Next, which of the following gases is not a greenhouse gas? So if you can see, oxygen is not a greenhouse gas. Next, which human activity contributes the most to the emission of greenhouse gas? So it is burning of fossil fuels. Next is the greenhouse effect is necessary for life because it warms the earth and maintains temperature suitable for. Question 29. Which international agreement focuses on reducing greenhouse gas emissions? So it is Paris Agreement. Which of the following gases has the highest global warming potential? So it is chlorofluorocarbon. Which of the following condition indicate the impact of global warming? So melting of glacier is the reason. Then lowering down of sea level, no, the sea level will increase. So 2 is not the correct option. Then change in weather condition, yes. Rise in global temperature, yes. So first, third and fourth option C is the correct answer. Now next, which of the following is one of the best solution to get rid of non-biodegradable waste? So it is recycling water. Okay, burying waste and burning waste is not a good way. Recycling water is the best solution. Next is biodegradable waste. Now, what is the meaning of biodegradable waste? So, it is any type of waste that can be broken down naturally by microorganisms like bacteria and fungi into harmless substance. For example, food scrap, paper, leaves, cotton, wood, etc. comes under biodegradable waste. Next is non-biodegradable waste. So, waste that can't be broken down easily by natural process. It stays in environment for a long time and can cause pollution like plastic, glass, aluminium foil, etc. Now, next is major climate protocols and agreements. So, first was Kyoto Protocol, which was established in 1997, and aim was to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. You should remember all these protocols because it may ask in MCQ type of question. Next is Paris Agreement in the year 2015, and the aim was to limit global warming to below 2 degrees Celsius, aiming for 1.5 degrees Celsius. Next is Montreal Protocol 1987, protect the ozone layer by phasing out ozone depleting substances like chlorofluorocarbons. UNFCCC, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change 1992, aim is to stabilize greenhouse gas concentration to prevent dangerous climate change. Next is Kigali Amendment 2016, reduce the production and use of hydrofluorocarbons. It was an amendment to Montreal Protocol to address climate change. Here it is the amendment for same protocol, Montreal Protocol. Next is Glasgow Climate Pact 2021, strengthen the efforts to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius and accelerate climate actions. So these are the protocols and the agreement. So more important one is the first one, second one, and the third one. So please remember, you have to remember all, but first three you have to keep it in your mind always. Now next, what is ozone depletion? So ozone depletion refers to the phenomena of reduction in the amount of ozone in the stratosphere. It is caused by high level of chlorine or bromine compound in the stratosphere. Origin of these compounds are chlorofluorocarbon, which is used as cooling substance in air conditioners and refrigerators, or as aerosol propellant, and bromofluorocarbon, which is used in fire extinguishers. So we should avoid using this. As a result of depletion of ozone layer, more ultraviolet radiation comes to Earth and causes damage to living organisms. It also lowers production of phytoplankton and thus affects aquatic organisms. Ozone layer prevents most harmful wavelength of ultraviolet light from passing through Earth's atmosphere, and depletion of ozone is a concern. So this led to the adoption of the Montreal Protocol. It bans the use of chlorofluorocarbon compound as well as other ozone depleting chemicals such as carbon tetrachloride, trichloroethane, and bromine compounds, which is known as halogens. Okay, so see, ozone layer, what it does, it prevents ultraviolet light. When ultraviolet reaches to atmosphere, Earth's atmosphere, it may cause skin cancer. Okay, so to avoid this, Montreal Protocol banned the use of chlorofluorocarbon compounds. Next is ozone hole, refers to the thinning of ozone layer in the stratosphere, specifically over Antarctica, that occurs during the austral spring, means August to October. It is primarily caused by human-produced chemicals like chlorofluorocarbon, which break down ozone in the stratosphere. Now, what is acid rain? Normally, rainwater has a pH of 5.6, and when the pH of rainwater drops below 5.6, it is called as acid rain. So acid rain occurs when rainwater becomes acidic due to the presence of pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide in the atmosphere. These gases released from sources like power plants, vehicles react with water vapor to form sulfuric acid and nitric acid, which then fall to the ground as acid rain. This acid rain can damage buildings, monuments, and harm plants and animals also. Now, acid rain is harmful for agriculture, trees, and plants as it dissolves and washes away nutrients needed for their growth. It causes respiratory ailments in human beings and animals. When acid rain falls and flows as groundwater to reach rivers, lakes, etc., it affects plants and animals in aquatic life in aquatic ecosystem. It corrodes water pipes, resulting in the leaching of heavy metals such as iron, lead, and copper into the drinking water. It damages the buildings and other structure made of stone or metal. Like Taj Mahal in India is also affected by acid rain. The marble was getting discolored and lusterless. The government of India has announced an action plan to prevent the historical monuments. This plan aims at clearing the air in the Taj trapezium. Taj trapezium is the area which includes the town of Agra, Firozabad, Mathura, and Bharatpur. These towns switch over to the use of natural gas or LPG gas. People living in the city was encouraged to use LPG gas in place of coal and kerosene, and vehicles flying on highways in the vicinity of Taj Mahal was encouraged to use low sulfur content diesel. Now again MCQ question. So which gas is mainly responsible for the depletion of ozone layer? So it is chlorofluorocarbon. Ozone in the atmosphere protects the life on Earth by absorbing ultraviolet radiations. Ozone hole is mostly observed over which regions? It is Antarctica. Which international treaty was signed to control the production of ozone depleting substances? So it is Montreal Protocol. Now, which two gases are the main cause of acid rain? So it is nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide because they change into nitric and sulfuric acid when they get in touch with water vapor. Now, acid rain can cause damage to building and monuments, soil fertility, aquatic ecosystems. It is all of the above. What type of stone is most affected by acid rain? So see, Taj Mahal is made up of marble. Marble means limestone. So it is limestone. Which of the following human activities is a major contributor to acid rain? So it is industrial burning of fossil fuels. Now, what is the meaning of afforestation? Here you can see in this option, afforestation term comes, right? So you must be aware of it also. It is a process of planting trees in an area where there were no previous forest or there are less trees. It reduces carbon dioxide, improves air quality, prevents soil erosion, it restores biodiversity and increases rainfall. So these are the advantages of afforestation. Example, Green Belt movement in Kenya, China's Great Green Wall to stop the spread of Gobi Desert, India's tree planting campaigns like Van Mahotsav. Deforestation, it is the process of cutting down or clearing trees from forest on a large scale to make space for farming, construction or mining. And effects of deforestation is loss of biodiversity, soil erosion, increased greenhouse gas, climate change, disruption of water cycle. So you can see here I have covered various subtopics, okay, as well as I have given MCQ questions related to each topic. So if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends also. And I'm sure that you will find my video very, very, very useful for your upcoming exam.